Billahi la ilaha illa huwa ina faɗi da babban murya wallahi duk dan majalisa ko sanatan da yaje ya sako hannu akan wannan harajin wallahi ka dawo gida sai mun ci ubanka.
A new system of government called colonialism 2.0 has just been introduced to Africa.
If you want more tax, give people job. People can't pay you by not doing anything.
Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now.
Let us warn President Tinubu and his enforcers. The cities, the crisis in...
Hello everybody, welcome back to Klabi TV News, Gist and Blog. Now we are going to talk about this tax. Remember I told you we are going to talk about it back to back so that all of you will be aware the reason why you should pay tax and the reason why you shouldn't pay tax. But I'm not trying to make this video for you not to pay tax, but you should be aware why you are taxed and the reason you should pay and your benefit of you paying tax. But as at now, there is no benefit. And I want you guys to watch.
I told my fellow Christians, this tax, we are the one to be paying it. But as far as Islamic people is concerned, they will never pay that tax.
Now, everybody are trooping in their own personal opinion on why they are saying that we shouldn't pay tax. Nigeria is facing a serious, difficult time right now. And I want you guys to watch.
It's a very simple thing. The more employment and robust your economy, the more you can earn from tax. You cannot tax unemployed people. If I cannot go to your village and tax people who are unemployed, you have 98 million people living under poverty before the COVID situation. Now you're going to have over 100 living under poverty. You're not going to tax them. If you want, it taxes like a bank account. If you want to withdraw more, you put in more. So if the government has done the right things, the more people you pull out of poverty, the more you can get out of tax. It's a simple thing. It's not a rocket science. I give you an example. So anybody who tells you that, oh, tax to GDP ratio, that is nonsensical. It's not an argument. It's a very sad argument. If you want more tax, give people job. People can't pay you by not doing anything. In fact, people are being overtaxed in Nigeria because that's why MSMEs are collapsing, because there's not a lot of them. What you need to do is to create a great environment where there will be so many businesses employing people, support the engine of growth in any economy. MSMEs, the more they can employ people, create jobs, the more you can be able to rake in more tax. Otherwise, you can't get more tax.
When you watch this particular video, it didn't end there. Another explanation comes in a new dimension, which is from C. Christ. C. Christ gives his own details why you think that they are taxing you and the reason why most of you are not talking about this tax. Everybody just fall down and be waiting for 2026. And I want you guys to watch.
A new system of government called colonialism 2.0 has just been introduced to Africa.
The UN has been sending Western tax collectors to Africa to force the continent to pay their foreign debts.
These people are called Tax Inspector Without Border, an organization created by the United Nations and the OECD, working with the IMF and World Bank. Their mission to send foreign tax auditors into African countries, including Nigeria, to help our government squeeze every kobo from us so we can repay foreign debts that they collected. Tinubu call it internally generated revenue. But what did this really mean? Now, externally control system, because the more we pay this money to them, the more they will continue to collect from us. Shebi Tonisha joined these people in 2015 and Tonisha tax revenue went up by 50%, yet their poverty also went up. How Tonisha today? Share the economy day better? No. When they bring this system to Kenya, Kenya resists the system, but they start threatening Kenya with sanction. Now, these same people, Tinubu don't sign agreement with them like this, so that they see the pattern. Now, Nigerians, let's ask ourselves, why be saying now? Why they owe 87 trillion naira under Tinubu regime? It is not that not giving us this policy that we must about to eat, because the deal is simple. The West loan us money and our leaders share it, and then the UN teach them how to squeeze the money out of us. Like I said, it's called colonialism 2.0. Now, this time of colonialism It's not with soldier, it's not with police. They already have our data, they get policy, and they have our bank account. So they don't even need to bother you before they take anything from your account. That is why they call the tax inspector without border. They want to make every transaction visible and traceable. Not because these people love transparency, but because they want control. But here is the truth. The moment Nigeria unites, the system collapses. Because no nation can enslave the people that stand together. They only succeed when we are silent and divided. This is not just a tax issue. It is our freedom on the line. They are not just trying to tax our pocket. They are also taxing our freedom. Wake up, Nigeria.
But still, I want you guys to watch this particular video from Barrister Dality in Voice of People TV, VOP. What he said about this taxation and the reason he thinks that the Nigerian government are imposing this tax on the citizens. And I want you guys to watch this video.
If they are coming here for the purpose of our tax reform and all that, are you not going to provide them with all they need to work? And when you are providing it, are you not giving some information away? Look, these people, they think they are very clever. Mr. Okoro, they think they are very clever, and it's very annoying. When your government will be treating you as if you are a zombie, you don't know anything. Where is the standard practice? When some people are telling you that in other countries where they practice this thing, it collapsed, it didn't work. Yet you want to go and try it. So, of all the people you have in Nigeria, all the tax experts, none of them could do this except France, Abi. No, except France will do it, Abi.
Exactly my point. Why can't we build the system? Why can't we build that infrastructure to collect it ourselves?
I mean, what is there in the first place? What is there? I have told somebody
we have IT firms that can do all of this.
That I can do Nigerians,
but there are a lot of them.
A lot of them that can do all of this. So why France in particular?
This what is this data system that was collecting revenue for government? This
remitter.
Good. You saw the expert job they have done. You saw the expert job remitter have been doing for government in this country. What is wrong with it? They don't want to impose another one on it. We don't like success in this country, seriously. We don't like success. Every successful story, the government will try to kill it. Remitter, have anybody come with any complaint against Remitter? Since they have been working under Buhari and all that. It was Jonathan that created that thing. Now, all of a sudden, they are no longer good for us.
Yes, Treasury singular.
I am telling you, all these things are there. Nobody has faulted it, but somebody wants to bring his own that will not benefit him. Benefit him. You are working with France. Meanwhile, we know your relationship with France. Whenever any government,
you say when we say we, who are the
Nigerians now? Is it not your money? Tax is it government?
No, I mean you say his relationship with France.
Are you not seeing when he was going there for almost everything? Are you not
going? You know the relationship. I don't know.
Why can't you visit America?
Now, the Nigerian opposition government are saying that they sense manipulation in this taxation. Nigeria government, what they sign and what they are implementing on the people is two different things. Now, they came out to say that they are kicking against this taxation, and even as that, this tax, they will not obey it starting from January. Until federal government reviews on certain details why this thing is in there and why this thing is not there. Remember, we talked about it previously in Kenneth Okonkwo, what he explained in details. But I want you guys to watch what this man said. We'll be right back.
Wrong. Now, our demands. The National Opposition Movement demands 1. The immediate suspension of the tax plan's takeoff date. 2. National consultation involving labor, civil society,
share this video, guys.
SMEs, professionals, and state governments. 3. Explicit social protection guarantees tied to any tax reform. 4. A focus on taxing luxury, excess profits, monopolies, and corruption, not poverty. Strong legal safeguards to protect taxpayers' rights. Nigeria does not suffer from low taxation. Nigeria suffers from wastes, corruption, mismanagement, and policy arrogance. You do not fix government failure by billing the victims. We stand with Nigerian workers, traders, professionals, and small businesses. We will resist any policy that punishes the poor to excuse leadership failures. If this tax plan is forced through without suspension and consultations, the government will be fully responsible for the social and economic consequences. This is not a threat. It's a warning grounded in reality. Nigeria is hurting, and the suffering Nigerians have limits. Let us warn President Tinubu and his enforcers. The crisis in...
Now you're listening in details, the reason you are going to be taxed, and the reason you shouldn't pay tax. Now it's still left for you as a Nigerian to explain in details to me if you think that this taxation is good and is of benefit to you. Remember, any money that comes into your account, you will have to pay tax for it, except it is clearly stated, oh, this money is borrowed. It is not an income tax. It is not an income, so you cannot pay tax for it. Oh, this money is for you to help me buy something, so it is not an income. You will not pay tax for it. So any transaction you are going to be making starting from January, you should be able to spell it out, the reason and purpose why you are sending this money. If not, you will have to pay tax for it. Like in France, where they collected this tax law from, remember, France don't joke with tax. In any income, if you play gamble now and you lose, it's on you. The reason you lose is on you, it not concern government. If you not play gamble after a series of losing for many years and you now win, eventually you will have to pay your whole tax from that game that you played, like Bet Nigeria, Bet Click, or whatsoever, or TFS, or whatsoever, or betting platform. If you lose, it's on you. If you win, it's on government. Government will receive tax from it. Now, the federal government in the Western world tax their citizens heavily. But the reason why I'm saying this, that they are taxing their people, is not a problem. But my whole concern about this taxation is that if they are taxing their people over there, the people are seeing the benefits. Like the roads are good, the securities are tight, there are basic amenities. Even when things are caused, but they make provision for these people. But it didn't just end there. Their ecosystem is trustable. Now, if you watch all of this, you still want to know why I should, as a citizens of Nigeria, to pay tax. Why am I paying tax? Who am I paying this tax to? And if I'm paying tax, what are my benefits? What if I lose my job? What if my business later close? Will my tax just disappear like that? Would I have tax return? Will I have benefits? These are the questions I want the government to explain to the citizen. If I'm paying tax, will I just pay tax? You just take the tax without me benefiting anything. Now, over the years, Nigeria have been paying fuel subsidy to subsidize fuel for Nigeria so that the economy can flow, people can ease their life and live in a better society. This Tinubu government came, they say the subsidy is criminal and they remove it with the intention that they will take this money and put it in some key area to help the Nigeria economy to boost. But ever since this government came, they removed this subsidy and they pocket it. We are still asking, where is this subsidy going?
That money will never come out.
210 trillion naira is not come out.
That money is gone. Forget it.
Well, so do you know that money actually happens to be, it's higher than the whole debt Nigeria is owing, and they're saying
more
it's going to come in. It's more than.
If we have that money now, naira be $1 to $1.
How can we not account for 210 trillion? And you know, this accumulated from 2017 to 2023.
Since APC came into office, thank God they are the one revealing all these things. Thank God they are the one. Imagine the amount of money that have gone down the drain in Nigeria. I was thinking they will call on the Minister of Petroleum to come and explain. As long as they did not do that, and they are not holding anybody accountable, forget it, that money. All this one, they are blowing hot air. Nobody will be held accountable. Nothing. Forget it.
When you say calling on the Minister of Petroleum,
yes.
If you check the time that we're looking at this point in time, from 2017 to 2023, we have the led president. So are we going to, you know, how are we going to go?
Those people are very clever. They are very clever. That's why I told you that they are being clever by half. The last time I heard of this issue, they said since 10 years ago, That means 2015 to 2023, or I mean 2025. That was 10 years ago. You want me to believe that since 2 years plus now, there is no financial infractions in NNPC? Is that what you want me to believe here?
It didn't just end there. Now they move further to start borrowing. They're borrowing like recklessly without giving account of what they do with this borrowing. They borrowed and borrowed and borrowed and borrowed more than since the genesis of Nigeria gaining their independence in 1960. Since this very moment, what the money they have borrowed, Tinubu have borrowed it within the space of 3 years. Now borrowing, people are asking, what are you doing with this money? He's still unable to explain to them. Now he starts hacking everything in Nigeria. Now you pay excessively to get electricity. Remember, he promised you that you will have constant electricity. You will not pay for estimated bills. But now you are paying for excess estimated bill. Now, economy has skyrocketed. People are no longer secured in the society because of hunger. Everybody is doing whatever it takes to put food on their table. Now, to the next level, by January, he said that you'll be paying tax to buy fuel, which is another crisis. Now, in January, you'll be paying tax for your income, which is another crisis. Now, by January, all of you that have been silent will now have reasons to cry out, because only the Northerners have kicked against this tax since the beginning that they will not pay. But the SAT seems to be very much comfortable because the pastors and the religious body have been excluded from this taxation. For that reason, it is not a problem for the religious body. All the Southeast, South people, or from the West, all of them just fall down because their church are not affected, their mosques are not affected. Now, nobody's talking. Now, you can pay tax, because after you pay tax to the government 25%, the 10% now you not bring it to them outside offering, welfare, and the rest money that you're going to be paying. Now, you're going to be working for these people like a giant, while you'll be feeding like an ant by January. I said something is done. There's something that needed to be done is for you to ask simple question. What are my benefits of paying this tax? I'm not asking you not to pay tax, but you should be able to ask this question. What are my benefits of paying this tax to this government? I rest my case here. If there are other reasons why I should talk about this tax, I will be here to talk about it. But until then, I rest my case here. If you guys are comfortable with it, let everybody be comfortable. But if you guys said, no, enough is enough, we are going to hold the government accountable to explain before we start paying this tax. What are my benefits of paying tax? I will be out there to also make a report and be on the streets to protest and ask this government this simple question. But today, don't do something drastic. Ask question before you start paying tax. I love you guys. God love you more. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Billahi allazi la ilaha illa huwa, ina faɗi da babban murya, wallahi duk ɗan majalisa ko sanatan da ya je ya sako hannu akan wannan harajin, wallahi ka dawo gida sai mun ci ubanka. Gaskiya ne. Ba wani boye, wallahi sai mun ci ubanka. Mun tura ka wakilce mu ne. Ita democracy for the people, by the people, to the people. For the people, by the people, to the people. You know, we are people, Jama'a. We are people. Kuma da kodan da suka dima ma dan majalisar su na jihar Zamfara, Allah ya muku albarka. Allah ya muku albarka. Allah ya muku albarka. Ya ku sanatoci, ya ku yan majalisu. Ina muku albishir za ku da ku. Wallahi tallahi za ku da ku. Wallahi za ku da ku. Jama'a da aka cire tallafi, uban wa aka tallafa mawa. Jama'a da aka cire tallafi, uban wa aka tallafa mawa. Saboda haka we don't have any problem with you. We don't have problem with any person except when they just saka hannu akan me haraji.
Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we'll take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country.